So far, I got it going up here. The top is just a basic void setup with void loop, and you got the pin mode going to 10. You got song. I don't even think that really matters. Let me see if that matters. It's / that. If it doesn't come in a minute, then, well, this is how I've been doing it. Let me pull this up. Get, where are we at? Yeah, that's not even it yet. Figure out where I put it. Now, this is where we're at. So if you looked, that's the pin 10 that's going to loop. And what I've had to do, that 10 mark represents the pin that's going to, the 41 represents the pitch, and the 275, I'm trying to match it up to the delay. 275, I don't know if I'm doing that necessarily right. This is supposed to be the AC/DC TNT song, and it's been kind of not doing necessarily. It's turned out to be a lot. So I've been just taking it from here, looking at where we're at, because if we go back over here, the way I figured it, I can mark it. So I'm on line 100 now. So I can space that, and we can go back over here, and I've marked it where I got it marked at line 100 over here, so I can keep my space, keep my spot. And here we are. This is where I last left off. So what I would do is I'll move this up to the top of the screen. We will copy that. And at first, let's do this. So we will keep our spot, and we won't get confused later. We can take that, put this over here. And I've been looking at, I found something today. If y'all didn't know what it was called, it's called AlgoRave. It's going to be spelled something like AlgoRave. If you look up that word on YouTube, you can see where people are getting into this type of thing. I didn't even know it really existed, but come to find out, I was looking into the SuperCollider for the last day or so, and that led me to something called Pi something. I can't remember what it was called. Might have been Pi Rave or something, but where DJs are taking their coded music and going in live shows with it. And people are getting into that type of thing. I didn't even know people were that much interested in this type of thing until I saw the AlgoRave issue. So we will Control V this, and that didn't do what I wanted it to do. Let me take this. Let's get rid of that. And we'll go back over here. Am I on the right thing? I believe so. So let's try doing this one more time. Control C it. Take it back over here. Put this Control V. That did exactly what I wanted it to do. So from here, what we'll do, we'll take this out. But this hasn't been working. That's what the program gave me. But I tried doing that. It didn't really work. We got that 49. That's going to be the pitch. We will put the pitch length at 228. Since that's what the delay is, we'll just cancel this completely. I mean, you could slash that out, but it still makes data in the computer. I'm trying to shorten how much data that's being used because my Arduino got on to me and told me that was too big for the program. So it was there, and I will take that, obviously put that 260, put that 69. We will take this, delete this all together. But as I was saying, the AlgoRave seems to be a thing people are getting into. You ended up over here. You probably might like that AlgoRave music. It's being done with Pi. A lot of people seem to be doing it with a Pi program, but I found out about it through SuperCollider. I'm still learning the SuperCollider, and that's where I'm hoping this leads to, is where I can figure out how to put the SuperCollider to an Arduino. If we can figure out how to put an Arduino board to the SuperCollider, where we can work the servo of the doll, then we might have something going on there. But it's still a work in progress, so until then, I've gotten this somewhat to be somewhat little interesting. So I'll stay with this. I got some other ideas I like to do with the buzzer situation. It's nowhere near being perfect quite yet, but I bet this could end up becoming something good. I mean, since there's like a subcategory of people into watching people code, and digital electro music seems to be what people, there's a certain group of people who seem to like it, me being one of them. It will end up being able to, might become a thing one day where people actually get into it. And I'm looking to see we're on number 106 now. So I'm going to go back down through here and do this again. First we need to pull this up a little bit more, and we will control C this. Well, first I don't think I didn't. That's why we mark it, so when we do dumb stuff like that, we won't completely lose our space, our place. I left it on 106, so we're going to need that 107. So I'm going to pull this up here, and then we will take this, put this over here. That's simply Control C. We will take that, pull that down a little bit, Control V it, and that didn't do what I wanted it to do. I don't know why. That just didn't do what that was, as I didn't do it at all. So we're going to have to go back and delete this and start that back over. We will take this, see where we're at. We are where we're supposed to be, and I will have to count all this up to make it, but maybe maybe we can be able to make some halfway decent sounds or some tones with this eventually, and maybe kind of prove the point of the AlgoRave thing that's apparently starting to become a thing in the last little while. Not that it's really becoming very popular, but between the people who like writing code and stuff, people seem to be starting to like it within their subgroup people. So it could end up becoming a thing. And it sounds pretty good, especially if we could ever be able to get the SuperCollider on the Python app to work with a microcontroller. It could become an ongoing process. But it could, I don't know. I mean, I've looked at it, and the SuperCollider seems to take the data from a electronic device and send it to the SuperCollider. I haven't really found any proof that it can actually take information from the SuperCollider to the actual device. So I don't even know if it's really that possible quite yet, but it's a possibility. And I think it'd just be cool to sit there and go to a club and watch somebody code and make the lights and the music happen while making an animatronic robot move simultaneously with the music. I just think that would be cool. I would pay to go see it. Maybe I'm the only one, but I think it would be. But I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a better way of doing this, but it's the way I figured that it makes sense to me to do it this way. It takes up a lot of code. I know there's arrays and everything, but with the Arduino, I'm still waiting to get my STM32 board in the mail. That might be able to handle the free RTOS better, because I don't think this Atmega 328 is able to do it. I mean, maybe it could. You could probably find some cheap way around getting it to work servos, but it seems to kind of come and go. I'd still like to sit there and see a program that could actually handle more stuff instead of always being told how the Arduino can't do nothing, it's too small, blah blah blah. People seem to tendency to complain about it. So I'm trying to step it up to a STM32. We'll see how that works out in future weeks or so, but for the time being, this is what I got. And since people apparently like the AlgoRave, I just think that, and I haven't seen nobody actually do animatronics with AlgoRave. It's kind of why I decided to go ahead and do this type of video. Kind of put that out there under the AlgoRave umbrella, because maybe some people should be able to think about doing animatronics with AlgoRave, because I just think that would be just awesome. Maybe I'm just the only one. So I don't make this too long of a video, I am going to go ahead and show what I got here. Wait, now I got to do one more thing first, because I didn't get that last little spot. Ooh, I need to cover this, and this won't be a headache for me. Take this over here. Where am I at? What did I just do? That's right. I was about to screw something up. believe, hopefully this is going to run. It should be able to run. Let's see if it runs. Cross our fingers. Believe it. Yeah, that's what I figured. Cross. That's what I did. I didn't comment that out. Let me comment that out. Let's try it one more time. Okay. I probably did the same thing again. I did. Let's comment that out. Other pin was not. I screwed that up. Why'd y'all let me do that? I knew better than that. Let me put the time frame in there. Let's try this one more time. Okay. What just happened? I don't even have it hooked up. Okay, maybe that's gonna work. Let's see. It's coming out. But it just, the volume ain't very good. That's why we kind of really need it hooked up to a SuperCollider type system where we get more out of it before we can go full on AlgoRave on this. Yeah, I think that's about it for it.